Hello and welcome to your super speedy abs Pilates. If we haven't met before, my name is Emma. I am registered blind, so I do have my guide dog Archie in the studio with me most of the time, so you will see him pottering around. You might hear little pitter patters, but other than that, grab a little bit of space and we'll get ready to go. So we're going to start in 4-point kneeling on the hands and knees. And either spread your hands nice and wide directly underneath the shoulders, shoulder width apart, or have the hands in a fist if there's any wrist pain. And let's have the knees underneath the hips, hip distance apart, toes untucked. And we're going to round the spine all the way up, scooping, creating this lovely arch, tucking the tailbone and the head. And then we ripple through and we start to lift through the chest, the tailbone, find this length, this extension, and come back up. So I just want you to move in and out of this lovely cat stretch. Start to breathe wide and fall into your rib cage, starting to draw the belly button away from your spine. Breathing in through the nose, out through the mouth. And then we'll start to add the legs. So we're going to take, well, one leg at a time. I'll be very impressed if you could do both. But we're going to draw our right leg nice and long behind us, and see now this time, can we round the knee all the way in towards the nose as we do our big arch. And then as we lengthen out, we reach the leg long along the floor. And as we lift up into our extension, we hover the leg up to about hip level. And then we scoot back in, draw the belly button in towards the spine. We run the leg along the floor, we reach, and we find our lovely extension. So really scooping the abdominals in, flowing through. One more time. Scooping in. And this time, leave the foot on the floor. Find a nice flat back for me. So the right leg is extended nice and long behind us with the toes tucked under. I'm going to shift along the mat so I'm actually on the mat. From there, we're going to lift our right arm and we're going to open it out towards the ceiling, opening out through the chest, trying to find our balance. We place that hand back to the floor. We then step our left leg back, so we're into this nice extended plank. If you need to drop the knees, that's okay. And we hold 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. This time we drop the right leg down, so the knee is on the floor underneath the hip. Left leg is long. We find our balance as we open and stretch the left arm up to the ceiling. Place the hands to the floor, step the right leg back into our lovely plank. We start to flow a little more. We drop the left leg down as we open out again to the right. Place the hand to the floor, step back into our lovely plank, drop the right knee. One more time on this other side, go big whoop. Finding my balance. Place the hand down, last plank here. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Soften the knees, sit back, child's pose. Hi, and guide dog Archie's gonna get involved. You're gonna go down. Oh, wow. Wow. We're going to roll over and we're going to shuffle ourselves right to the front of our mat. So we're going to want the feet nice and flat on the floor, hip distance apart, knees bent in line with the hips, and we're going to wrap the hands around the back of the legs and sit lovely and tall. Shoulders dropping away from the ears, and then when you're ready, tuck your pelvis under and start to slowly roll yourself back, scooping the abs in, coming back into this lovely curve. Shoulders away from the ears, the chin is not all the way in, but a little bit. And then we come up, we bring the shoulders over the hips. We sit tall. Can we pull on the legs and lift the chest slightly into our lovely extension? And then we scoot back again. Pulling those abdominals in, we tuck the pelvis under. We're rolling the hip bones in towards the rib cage, and then we come up. We find that lovely extension. Now, if you want to add a little bit more, maybe you can take the arms off, scoot down, pull those abs in, really tucking in. And then as we come up, take the hands either behind the legs again, or, I really struggle with this one, I'm not gonna lie, we take the hands behind the head, try to lift the chest. And then as we roll down again, we reach the arms back in front, thumbs point up to the ceiling, hands go back behind the head. We try to sit nice and tall. And then we scoot back down. Try to relax through the legs. Breathing in through the nose out through the mouth, reach. And as we roll back, maybe each time we can go back a little bit more. And as we come up, maybe we can sit a little taller. Again, I really struggle with this, so we don't want it to be the head that drops back. We want to really lift through the upper back. And we just do that a few more times, really grounding down into the feet. And maybe we hold on to the legs and extend, and then we reach back out. Good. And then on the next one, reach and scoop down to where you feel your abdominals working, but it's not on overload. And we're going to reach the arms out in front and really, again, ground through the feet. And it's like bow and arrow. So we're drawing our right elbow back behind us, and we twist our upper body as we pull it back. And then we reach back in front. And then we go with the right and we draw, the left, and we draw back. And we go in front. Be careful that it's not just the arm and the elbow you draw back, and it's the whole upper body that twists, because it can be really easy just to draw the elbow back. And equally, you can always come up, have a breather, stretch out the legs. But otherwise, we just go a couple more times at each side. So this time we're getting into the waist. And breathe. I do apologise, the sun's come out, so we've got these lovely strips that I can't do anything of sun. And my guide dog has gone to lay in the sun spot over to the side. So at least I've got space on the mat. Let's go one more time each side. And reach. Another side. And then reach. And then either go back to the half, I'm going to shuffle, half roll downs, or maybe we can roll all the way down to the mat from the lower back to the middle. We let our head go to the floor. We take the arms over the head. We don't let the rib cage open or the back lift. And then we let the arms drift above the head. We nod the chin and we peel bone by bone off of the mat until the shoulders go over the hips. And we sit back up nice and tall. And maybe again, we take the hands behind the head. We come into that lovely extension, and then we roll down again into our full roll down. And maybe the legs are straight. And we reach. And we just do this a couple more times. Again, maybe you're in your half roll down. And we come up. Knees can be bent or straight as we lift and we reach. Let's go one more time. And this time, keep the knees bent. Roll all the way down to the mat. Reach the arms above the head and interlace the hands behind the head. So the thumbs run down the back of the neck. The elbows are not too flat. They're not too hugged in. That's somewhere in the middle. And our feet, so I'm trying to adjust myself on the mat. Our feet are not too close and not too far away. Nice, comfortable distance. And we're going to do some curl ups. So if you've got neck, back or shoulder pain, I would say skip this bit and go to the next bit. Or think about drawing the belly button in without lifting the head. But otherwise, we'll take a deep breath in. On the exhale, we nod the chin into the chest like we've got an orange underneath. So we don't want to crunch in too much or hang back too much. From there, we lift our chest towards our thighs. We draw the belly button away from our clothing. And we try to keep our hips nice and steady, like we got cups of tea or coffee on them. And then we slowly roll back down. And then we go again. We slowly peel up bone by bone. What's the matter, Arch? Here he comes. Of course, he had to get involved in a video. Hello, Bubba. And roll up. Okay, yeah, I can't play right now. He's like, please just stroke me. Good. And then on the next one, either stay lifted or have the head down. And we're going to pick one leg up to tabletop so the shin is parallel to the ceiling, and then we slowly tap it back down. We're trying to keep this right angle so the leg is almost in a cast, so it's just staying in that right angle. Good. And again, you may want to have the head down. Otherwise, it stays lifted. And this time, can we lift the right leg, keep it there, and then lift the left leg so both shins are parallel to the ceiling, knee on top of the hip. We tap the toes towards the floor, and we lift back up. And then we go to the other side. And as we do this, we again try to keep that right angle. The closer we tap our feet to the floor, the less challenging. The further we tap our feet away from us, the more challenging. And as we do this, we don't want our back to raise. We want to keep our back either flat on the mat or a tiny little curve. We don't want to pull the chin all the way in. We don't want it to hang back too much. And we just keep switching. Rest your head where you need to. And then we're going to add a little bit more. We're then going to lengthen the right leg nice and long. The lower you take it, the more challenging, and we hug back into tabletop. If you need to do this with the feet on the floor, run the leg along the floor, keep the other knee bent, and hug back in. Maybe the head is down as well. And we stretch out. Good. Then we're going to add the arms. So whatever position you're in, can you take one arm? So as you reach the right leg, the right arm reaches long, just hovered above it, and then hand goes back behind the head. And then we reach left. So you can stay with this, or you can start to work the obliques around the waist a little bit. So if you want to, on the next one, we're going to reach, let me just match myself up actually. We're going to reach right arm, right leg, but we're going to reach the arm over and around the left leg and then come back to center. Either rest the head or stay up. And then we reach the left leg, left arm around to the side and reach back. So the legs, I'm going to rest for 1 second because my abs are burning and I'm not afraid to rest down. Have a break. The legs are doing the same thing. You've got one leg in the right angle, the other leg reaching, but it's just the upper body that's reaching around. Go one more time each side for me. I hope you're feeling the abs as well as I am. Bear in mind, I have just taught a class, so you know. Good. And then when you're ready, rest down, hug the knees into the chest, have a little rock from side to side, back and forth, give your back a little massage. And then come into a full body stretch for me. Reach the arms, reach the legs nice and long. I want you to feel that stretch going through the entire body. Letting the abs rest. Take a couple of moments here just to breathe. I'm okay, I'm just breathing. I'm okay. Archie's come over to see if I'm okay because of the deep breathing. Or actually, it might just be that he wants attention, but I like to think it's because he's trying to rescue me. When you're ready from there, slowly make your way up to seated. And you're done. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you can feel the abs, because I can feel the abs. But yeah, other than that, I will see you next week for another one. Leave in the comments down below what you'd like to see next, and give this video a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't already. And I'll see you next week, or we will see you next week for another one. Take care. Bye.